The video here. This should be our relatively last step in Illustrator. You'll see towards the end there's like one final thing that we might want to do with Illustrator. Well, not might have to do with Illustrator, but this is the bulk of it, or the bulk of it will end in this video. All right, so I have my file already open. If you don't have yours open, go ahead and do that now. And you want to take the selection tool here in the top left, and I just want you to click and drag and select everything like this. After we have that, we literally just want to make a copy of it and paste it, actually. So once it's all selected, go up here to the top where it says Edit, and then you're going to look for Copy right here. Command-C is the hotkey for that. I know everybody knows Command-C, Command-V for Edit, Paste, or not everybody, but like a lot of people do. Don't do the paste thing, though, right away. So Edit, Copy, or you could use your hotkeys for that. We want to do a specific kind of paste here, though. That'll help out. So then after you have that, go back to Edit, and then you want to do paste in front right here. So it wasn't really V. V is just your general paste. I want to make sure that this actually goes in front of our existing one. So paste in front. And it should even barely recognize that you did anything, that's fine. It's good. Don't deselect anything just yet. We want to find our Pathfinder window. I believe this is it. Hey, look at that. Okay, I barely use this thing, so... It is down here in the bottom right if your UI is set up defaultly like mine is, right there. The like double overlappy squares. If you can't find it though, let's do the surefire way. Window, Pathfinder, right there. And I'll bring that guy up. I believe this is Unite, and that is the one that we want to do. Perfect, so we want to make this all one solid united object. This should merge all the shapes into a silhouette, if I'm correct. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Yes, there we go. So what it did was it took that general shape, but I just covered it with whatever color that you had selected, which in case should be the main color, not the little underlying one. All right. After that Unite button is hit, we are going to go over to the object, and we're going to right-click on it. Again, right-clicking is two fingers, press down on the trackpad at the same time. And then you're looking for Arrange and Send to Back. This will apply an even better shadow to the text. Watch. Voila. All right. After we have sent it to back, we want to swap the fill with a stroke. So my fill is green, but yours can be any color, and you'll see it right here where I'm circling around. The stroke at the moment should be nothing. It should have that slash through it right there. There's this button right here which you'll have to click, which is swapping the two. Watch, when I click that, it'll change. It's a subtle difference, but you will see this right there. A little bit of a edge to it when it is done. There's something else that we have to do with this is we want to change the weight of the stroke to 2 points, and I believe that that is going to be under your properties. Yes. So the properties thing, hopefully it's saved to yours and went to the bottom right. I know that sometimes mine doesn't, so if you want to, you could go Windows, scroll down, and Properties, or it's this guy here with the little bunch of toggles. Under Appearance, you'll see Stroke at 1 point. Just click this arrow up. Let's just make it a little bit chunkier at 2. And then you can click the Properties window again to hide it. Okay? Again, Properties, Stroke, 2 points. Make sure it's Stroke. Make sure the fill is nothing at this point. All right. We can go ahead and click off of that now, I believe. And just make sure that that still looks good. Yeah. What you want is you still want a little bit of that green to kind of go around the yellow. If it doesn't, what you could do is Command-Z from your deselect where it selects it again, and you could go back into here, and we could up the stroke even further if you want. Be careful with that. I actually like 4, so I'm going to go with 4. The recommended, though, normally that works is 2. So I'm going to leave it at 4. I'm going to go a little risky here. All right, guys. Last couple steps here. We're going to get in a couple extra text. So we want to go to the Type tool up here in the top, or T. And again, just click anywhere on the screen. You'll see that Lorem Ipsum comes up. It'll come up in your Futura font, however. we're going to change that in a little bit. Let's type our text first. You don't have to do all caps. I think that would look weird. You're going to want to type greetings from. I would recommend capitalizing the G, leaving everything else lowercase. But again, up to you. Not a great requirement on that one. Select it. Make sure it looks like this when it's selected. Go up to your font options. And a really, really good one for this that kind of looks like that script that you'll see on postcards is called Sign Painter. Yeah. I don't recommend the semi-bold because then the normal one will contrast a little bit better, I think, with your bulky text. So I go with that one. And then we just want to take the selection tool and make it bigger. Now, you have to hold shift when you do this, because otherwise it'll get really wonky. Get it to a good size that you want, and I want you to put it diagonal left of the text like that. You'll see later that we're going to add like a bend to the whole thing. It'll make more sense in the long run, but this is the best kind of position, is something like that. You know what? If you want to be spicy, make sure that you're clicking at the very end of the M and from. You could do the ... I've seen people do that before. I'm going to try that out. If I don't like it, I can delete that in a little bit. In the bottom right, it would be nice to have other kind of text down there, in my opinion, like a slogan. Oh gosh, I didn't actually think about this. Try to think of a slogan of your place or something that you could kind of like add to. High roll. We go. Land of the Try/Force. I don't know. That sounds kind of silly, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll come up with a better one in a little bit. But you want a slogan for your place down there in the bottom right. Shift that over. Again, don't have it touch the edge, but get it kind of close. And don't have it touch the bulky text as well. So once it's in place, the size of the font, you probably want them relatively the same, but you can eyeball it. You don't have to like be getting the font exactly the same. If you're like really paranoid that the font is different and you need it the exact same, right here is your file size, or type size, 4.43.0347. I could then go select all of this and change it to the exact same size. Honestly, no one's gonna know. As long as you eyeball it and get it close, you're in good shape. All right, last step for Illustrator. Deselect everything real quick. Just click off the screen into the gray. And then I want you to select everything. Click, drag, grab it all. Grab the greetings from all the way down to the end of your slogan, whatever that is. And we are going to do a warp or distort effect to it. How to get to this. Under Object in the very top of your screen, click on Object. Then we are looking for Envelope Distort, because we're making something kind of like, that goes on an envelope, a postcard or something like that. So Envelope Distort. Under there, Make with Warp. We want a warp effect. All right. Mine defaulted to arc, which is not at all what I want. Arcs do look cool, though, in other text effects. I think they are fancy. We want a rise, which is right here. So if you go to Style, where it says Arc, go down pretty far, and you will see Rise. Now we need to change some settings, though, that'll give you a better postcard. I've tinkered around with this, and I think that, honestly, 30% on the bend, you can just hit 30 and hit Enter, is where it's at. Then go ahead and move your text up, grab it kind of centered, make it look all nice. You can click off, and there we go. Voila. Pretty happy with this. Not too bad. All right. After this, we're done with Illustrator for the time being anyway. So go ahead, do File, Save, and in next class, we'll be opening Photoshop and taking a lot from there. All right, guys, take care.